Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the Hector Herrera card to review. People wanted me to review this card for those of you that are Mexican MLS fans because of the fact that this card does turn into a lengthy player on an anchored chemistry style, right? So this card has a lot of potential. Why? Because if you make him a lengthy player on an anchored chemistry style, boosting his pace, defending, and physical capabilities, it looks like a pretty solid card to work with, right? Especially in the case of you building those types of teams, building some players that are, Mexican in your squad. Like if you put Campos in your net or as your goalkeeper, it's a cool link to work with there. If you're getting the Insigne card, it's one of the things that you can do as well. So there's a couple of interesting variables you can work with if you add a card like this to your team, right? Because he's 6'1", high and average body type. He does have a medium work rate, but I find that in that 4-2-3-1 from Boris Legend, where the players kind of like push forward and come back in their own way, it works out pretty nicely, just as long as they have like the body type, the height, and defensive capabilities to do all that stuff, as well as the lengthy, because sometimes they will commit forward. You kind of want them to commit back pretty quickly as well. So on the anchor chemistry style, or if you're on the old gen version of the game, the Shadow, it's very similar, right? The anchor chemistry style is going to be... I already lost it. The anchor chemistry style is going to be a huge plus for this card because for base card stats on shooting, he's set up in a very good area. So if you get into certain situations where you want to go for an outside foot shot, it could be something that you can work with. I'm not sure if long shot taker and outside foot shot kind of go hand in hand together because you're technically taking long shots with it, but we can test that out in game to see what's up with it. But yeah, shooting stats definitely set up in a very good area for this card. Passing also set up very nicely because he has a 4-star weak foot to work with too. And as you guys know, I really like to have midfielders that at least have the 4-star weak foot when it comes to the push forward comeback tactic, right? Dribbling on the card, I expect it to not be crazy responsive, but I expect it to be decent for a card that I'd probably mainly be using in a 2 CDM formation. Technically, you can use this card in a 4-1-2-2 as your left or right center mid 100%. I just feel like you might want to have someone that feels a little bit more agile in that area potentially, right? Because he looks more physical oriented because of the fact that he's a 6'1" player at a high and average body type. If it was someone like Valverde, different situation because of the high work rates, but and Valverde is a full meta card in my opinion. So but yeah, with Hector Herrera being set up the way that it is, defensive stats will be in a decent area as well, considering the fact that he's a medium. We're going to have to obviously check that out in game. And then for physical capabilities on the anchor chemistry style, he does get massively improved for his physical stats too. So yeah, generally speaking, the card being at 11k is a W for me because he's a former FC Porto player, right? So with the Mexican links, I mean, unless they drop like a Layun card who's not in the game. Yeah, I think he retired already. Yeah, he might have already retired. That'd be kind of tough to link in my team. Like for the concept of the squad, I don't really know how I'd put him in the squad for like an FC Porto past and present. Unless there was like a special card that you would just give to an individual person to like kind of have like a past link, or like he used to be in the Liga NOS, so I can make him that, but they don't have a variable like that. So it is mainly going to be for like those MLS links if you do decide to use this card in your team. But yeah, we'll be using him in the 4-2-3-1 formation, testing him out on the attack as well as the defense to see what the card offers in game. So yeah, we'll see what he's like. Hopefully he is a beast.
Henderson. Now with Lewandowski.
Nice, Hector. Nicely done, Hector. Nice pass off too.
Quite the fans still with a bit of nail biting to do, Stuart.
Yeah, just about edging it overall. It's been a really tight game, hasn't it?
That was a really good challenge, actually.
Praise their defending in that regard. Just got to see how.
Oh, big chance here.
No.
5 minutes to go.
Hector Herrera is like medium work rates. It doesn't bother me that much, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, he still performs like a beast on the pitch. Almost there, almost.
The goalkeeper comes up with a save like that late in the game. You have cause to be thankful.
Well, that could be a key moment. They have to take those sort of chances. They won't get too many more, but let's credit the goalkeeper.
This could
Nice finish, Chicharito. Good pass by Herrera too.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set. Two good teams, a great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. Has all the...
Oh, now Javier Hernandez. Determined defending.
The dribbling is where you're gonna have an issue with the card, right? In certain situations.
And a long way out here.
And then Hector Herrera scores that.
My goodness, what an out.
These outside foot shots are crazy.
Determined defending.
Oh, good effort, Herrera. The passing headers are very inaccurate in general, so that's still a good job there, though.
Will he play it in? Herrera.
Imagine I scored it again.
Bruno Guimaraes. Anthony. Opportunity. A
Good goal. We'll take that.
Well, you've got to say, an incredible first half performance. That scoreline tells you all you need to know.
Well done.
Nicely cut out.
Yeah, he attracts to that ball there too. That's amazing.
Away.
Ah. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get it.
Berardi. Dybala.
You know, like, he's medium work rated, but look at his positioning in that situation. It was perfectly fine.
Promising sequence. Well, it came to nothing in the end.
Look at that challenge from behind. See that?
Well, his heart might have been fluttering, but he didn't show it. A goal from the spot.
Nice tackle, Herrera.
Well, they couldn't keep it.
Like I said, though, the medium work rates, it doesn't bother me, but it's still a preference to have a high. Like, you're gonna want it for that, like, super consistent thing. But his medium is not like a huge nuisance, especially if you have like a good medium high next to him or something. Yeah, he got to touch that, eh? Look at his positioning. See, perfectly fine.
Moving the ball nicely, looking for that.
Oh, unlucky. Sometimes you just hold like L trigger and kind of hope for your player to get the ball himself.
Just not looking confident in possession.
Foul? Good.
Not too happy.
Does well to hold on to the ball there.
Takes on the shot.
Not bad.
And it's gone out for a throw-in. Could cross it in here. And now a corner
Well done.
coming up.
Well defended. Okay, guys. So final verdict on the Hector Herrera card. So in regards to in-game quality, I do feel like, and this is a bad comparison, I'm just saying like in-game quality for the position that they're in. I personally like this card more than the Chicharito card, right? Because on an anchor chemistry style, he's very well-rounded, honestly. I didn't find his medium work rate to be that big of a deal. Honestly, I still found him to be in a pretty good position a lot of the times. For someone that gives you Mexican and MLS links, I honestly didn't mind it whatsoever. So in regards to in-game quality, I definitely preferred him as one of the MLS players to Chicharito's card for sure. I just felt like it was a pretty decent card to work with, which makes me happy because he is a former FC Porto player. I can't really do anything with him in regards to the links, to be honest with you. Not that I can think of. Like, no, there's not really like a lot. No, because Mexican, we used to have like Layun, but Layun's like, I think Layun's retired. Is Layun? Yeah, I think Layun's retired. I don't even think he's in the game anymore. Who else would there be? Mexican. I can't think of anybody at the top of my head, but yeah, there's not really a lot you can do. Because it'd be nice, if I was doing like an FC Porto team to add him in the squad, but hey man, they dropped Palinha this year, so Palinha is an absolute monster. But yeah, if you're building an MLS team, guys, because he turns into a lengthy player, or if you're on the old gen version of the game, a shadow chemistry style, it's still a pretty decent card that plays in the MLS. If I'm going to be doing like a tier list setting, I'd probably put the usability of the card higher than Chicharito, personally, or just the same, because they're obviously from the MLS, so it's not really a card that a lot of people will use unless it's for sentimental value of, you know, liking the MLS teams or liking the Mexican players and stuff. What does the MLS actually have? Because there was foundation cards that were released. Let's see. Is it called Major League Soccer? Is it? Yeah, it is. Clint Dempsey, Javier Hernandez. Oh yeah, I forget about these guys. They have like Almada and stuff. Hector Herrera, Yedlin. Yeah. So if you put the foundation players in your team, that's not bad actually. It's okay. That's okay. Yeah, you can make this work. Not with Lodero, but the other guys, yeah. You put Yedlin, this guy too, left back at his base. Could be okay too. On a shadow, you know. It's not bad if you're building an MLS team. That's one of those things. Like, I would actually use him in the MLS team. I would actually not use Javier Hernandez personally, right? Because once you get like into the higher divisions, like it's harder to use those cards. But Landon Donovan, I'd put Landon Donovan in the team for sure. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.